Well, Mr. Pac-Man, we meet again. At least I hope so. And this is Weaver John C. of Roseman, California. How you doing, pal? It's 8:48 in the evening, West Coast time. It's the 14th of October, 2023. And yes, I usually do my own YouTube channel of the Diary of the Griever named John Weaver, which is me. Oh, you got your shtick, I got mine. And speaking of the shtick, yeah, I heard what that other idiot said that you put on there concerning about anti-Semitism. Oh my God. I do a hell of a lot of videos on a lot of subjects, mostly on myself, behavioral, mental health, grieving, mostly. I'll show you something. If you happen to see a cabinet in the background there, pal, in the lower picture, that's why. Top shelf is my family. So yeah, I do that on a constant basis at this point. Hard as hell to do that, I'll tell you that much. But I lost a lot of people, and it still hurts. I'll tell you something. Getting into the story, I mean, I said before, I've done a lot of videos on this one, and I've got to keep reiterating it a little bit more. I'm still waiting for the kickoff happening. I'm not looking forward to it. Last weekend, when I saw it, it rattled in my cage so much I had to miss class over it. I was attending an English class. English, critical thinking and literature, actually. Over at a local community college out here in Lancaster, California. I'm in Roseman, California. So do a Google map on that one. Before we actually had this Middle East situation happening. Yeah, I've been keeping track of what the hell happened in the House. But I no longer call it the House of Representatives, Mr. Pac-Man. I call this damn thing a circus. And they just lost their ringleader. So now we got all the clowns running around and not quite sure who's going to be leading the clown circus. The Democrats, I know, I heard from one particular gentleman who's blaming the Democrats for everything. And he's on MSNBC as a contributor. I heard what he said. I used to watch this guy a great deal on the NBC, but how he slid over to the MSNBC, I don't know. He's blaming Democrats over what happened. Because they didn't support and back up McCarthy to keep him in office. That may be the mistake that they made. That may be a grave mistake right there. What we're going to be doing about it is I have no clue. Now here's the thing, Dave. Because I noticed that nobody's been doing. We can go ape on Palestinians versus Israelis. We can go crazy over this thing. We've been going crazy over this damn thing. But the only thing we haven't been doing is going crazy over Congress. Why is that? Now, I tried to keep track and keep up to date with your videos, and not to mention every other progressive media out there who's got an issue over this. But the thing is, I haven't heard from the progressive media on social and YouTube and everywhere else is, how come the people haven't gone crazy again at their local reps offices? How come they haven't gone crazy again at the Capitol? What they're afraid of, there's going to be another January 6th uprising again. This is just to get Congress back into operation here. People demonstrating their First Amendment rights. Telling me we don't want a dysfunctional government, we want the damn thing to work. So what is your major malfunction? I don't get it. Dave, I don't get it. 57 years watching all this damn shit happening in my watch. Yeah, well, you observe a lot when you're a baby anyway. I also absorbed a hell of a lot. A lot of major things have been happening to me in my life that made my viewpoints change a great deal. And over the past 10 to 15 years, even worse. Not just the political, but the different aspects of life. The reason why I keep doing my videos. I've been doing it about 3, maybe 4, I don't know, last count. Just to keep my own sanity going. Now, I had seen back in the 80s. I had seen back in the 70s. No context, but getting a lot of perspective on what we should have been doing and we didn't do. And we keep blaming ourselves for it. We had seen politics and politicians argue with each other, but at least they didn't try in certain aspects to shut us down. Unless, of course, the Republicans had a burp their ass. Reagan's time and a little after that. When they get the minorities slinking in actually, hissing and spitting like crazy, trying to get more and more of their influence over people, and how we kept shutting down. Never on the Democrats. You know, somebody else on the social media was talking about that when they're making up at that point, and I kept remembering. It wasn't Democrats. Democrats don't do this kind of stuff. We don't do this to people. Republicans do. They do it all the time. They would do it all the time because they want their say and they want their way, and they want their egos stroked. And we are having an issue. They're really having an issue at this point over here, and I don't understand what the hell's going on either. So, what are we supposed to be doing? To tell you the truth, God's honest truth, I do not know. I don't know. I have no clue. And for right now, I don't know what the hell we're going to do. The people aren't going to do a damn thing about it. We're going to be bitching and griping about the damn thing, but unless the people get off their dead ass and do something about it, we are screwed and stuck. I keep talking about it, but nobody pays attention. I put it out there, premiering it. Nobody gives a hoot. I'm hoping maybe you see this, or maybe one of your associates will see this. And understand, there are ticked off people out there who care. But unfortunately, we can't motivate these damn bastards. Now, I keep seeing in a lot of my videos at this point over here, I do blame the American people. I don't blame the political party. I blame the entire country on this shit. Democracy. We can't make democracy unless we get the people involved. If you don't get the people involved, we don't have democracy. We're going to get autocracy at this point over here. One guy to rule everything, and then that's it. We're screwed. Is that how it works? Quite frankly, that's not what I want. That's not what we need. But we're screwed anyway. So now what do we do? What do we do? I saw so much activity when Donald Trump was trying to get his ass back in office. Cheating his ass off like crazy. And now he's paying the price for it. And the Congress is having a conniption fit over it. Well, basically, the Freedom Caucus, and I'm not going to be specifying it, Jordan's having that conniption fit like crazy. And he's going after a Fulton County DA. Now, what gives him this right to do it? To be an asshole like that? And is it true that he hasn't passed any bills or authored anything? He's just here for the money and show. He's a Republican. He's a born-again Trumplican, dude. Don't care anything else but himself and the money. As long as they're paying his damn pocket, he didn't care. He's been there for about 15 years. It's time for him to retire. I see we're going after George Santos. Well, basically, he tried to do a shock and jive on people left and right. Pilfered, pillaged, plundered. Well, a bit of piracy just to get into the House of Representatives, and now he's getting his ass torn for it. He's wondering, but why? I'm a good guy. Well, Dad, you little shad. I don't like you. But quite frankly, the Republican Party don't like each other. And they don't even like to associate with the Democrats at this point over here to get the job done. But what gets me more pissed off is besides these electives over here, these so-called representatives of us, why isn't the people going after them? They have gotten too lazy for their own damn good. Maybe we do need to get our asses kicked in Congress, and maybe we do need to get it shut down. Maybe we got to be reminded of what's at stake. Dave, I know you're not native, but surely you had to go through testing at this point of understanding U.S. history. Tell me now, probably on a recording somewhere. Give it a comment line of mine if you need to. Or just say it on one of your broadcasts there. That you understand about the history of the United States. I mean, to the point where you understand it, pal. You're asking me what I'm talking about. What happened after the Revolutionary War? I mean immediately afterwards. See, this is the reason why I went back to college. A long time ago when I came out of high school, I didn't know my ass from a hot rock. No perspective, no context, and not quite sure what the hell I was getting myself into college. But I did anyway. My mother wanted me to go in there. I got convinced going over there, maybe I could do something. It's just like going back to school, right? Worse. I should have been taking American history during that time, but I took English history. I'd taken heavy classes during that time, and by the time the second year went up, the administration said you have a letter of academic separation. Basically, 1 year, you're out. Can't come back yet. Which ticked off my family at that point, primarily my mother. She gave me the option. Either you work your ass off full time, or you're homeless. I never relished the idea of becoming homeless when I was a kid. Big bounce from one place to another place as a renter. Not fun, but I was scared to death what was going on, dude. So, that's from one job to another job. Busting my ass, doing the best I could. Long stories, a lot of stories on the channel. Suffice it to say, I only did a couple of times in either an occupational school or at a business college, trying to update my skills a bit. It was only after when Ma passed away and I'm dealing with my brother and his issues. Someone made a suggestion at one time that we both could go back to college. We're both mourning Ma. Dave was first born, 8 years older. Ma back in 2013, Dave back in 2018. Caregiver for both. It's where the parts of the diary of the group come in. I made a promise to Ma and Dave. I'd get this done. My brother and I tried to start it together, but he couldn't do it because of his heart. I continued it. He's passed on. I had to take some time off You got processing, you got grief. You got to go through the pain. And that's what I did. I went through the pain. And the grieving. A great deal. It's not that easy either. I'm still struggling with it. But the only thing I can do is struggle. It's the only thing I can do is struggle. But I promised them I'd get this done. 2 classes at a time, but it's something. So here I am. About a year, maybe less. After that, I don't know what happens. I haven't planned that far ahead. But currently, at this point, I got 2 major classes I still need to get through. And I hope to God I can. When this thing came out of the Hamas doing their crap on Israel, that I'm still dealing and I'm still reeling with that one, because there's a lot of things hooked up and connected with me that my other videos can explain a little bit more detail. So suffice it to say, I'm not going to say I am a Zionist. I am not a racist. I'm not anything else like that. Again, my other videos will tell you what's going on. In this situation, I'm thinking Israel needed to respond in the only way they had. Knee-jerk. Hamas was taking it directly, and they're trying to make political points like crazy. Trying to make Israel look like a piece of crap. Only because what's been happening in the Gaza and the West Bank. With the last previous administrations we've got in Israel. Gotten worse for everybody in there. Now it's going to even, it's a disaster. Complete. Dave, did you ever check the measurements of Gaza and compare with a few other places like, say, New York? Twice as big as Manhattan. Hell, you could put the damn Gaza Strip in the Antelope Valley, California. Population and physical presence. We'd absorb it. It's just, I'm seeing people even more split apart. The people of Palestine got sick and tired. Hamas was just, it was just acting like the IRA a long time ago, or a century ago. It helps to have perspective. It helps to understand history. It helps to learn about it. Only I don't know how to communicate this effectively to people. I probably think either I'm anti-Palestinian, anti-Jewish, maybe both. I never wanted these guys to go after each other and try to kill each other, but I sure felt like an idea of having a two-party system. But not Israel. Not the governments during those days. In essence, you get political power being taken out of judicial hands. I'm not quite sure what the hell Netanyahu is doing. But putting the bootstraps and squeezing the necks on every Palestinian in the Gaza Strip. There had to have been a breaking point, dude. There had to have been. It was basically a pressure cooker you were making out there. I'm not saying it was the right action for Hamas to do. It was sure the hell it wasn't. But they got the world's attention, that's for damn sure. Could have been a different way, should have been a different way. Unfortunately, Coulda, shoulda, woulda. We have to deal with what's happened now. And unfortunately, I'll give you another thing, because if you have to see my videos, you're probably expecting this damn thing to come up. Japanese Zen garden. Google pictures those. Hell, even do the ones about the Tillman Water Reclamation Plant out in San Fernando Valley, California. We have Japanese gardens out there. We have the sand sculptures. We have physical representation, the graphic mode. We can show cause and effect at the same time. But do people realize this? Do people understand this? Do they want to understand this? That's the issue. And if they can't, then what the hell are we going to do? I had to get this off my mind. I had to get this off my damn chest. I'll be doing another video for my own channel. Hopefully I'll be seeing both links. I'll probably send it to the back channels anyway. So, yeah.